Calling to order the regular meeting of the Wheeling Plant Commission for Wednesday, December 21st, 2022. Please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Commissioner Casper.
Present.
Commissioner Heiken.
Here.
Commissioner Berkey.
Here.
Commissioner Sprague is here. Commissioner Riles.
Here.
Commissioner Meyer.
Here.
Chairman Johnson.
Here. Ms. Nyes, any changes to the agenda this evening?
No changes.
Do we have any citizens' concerns and comments?
No.
Don't believe anyone signed up. You guys are all here for some of the petitioners? Okay. All right, we have no consent items, so we'll move right along to the items for review. We have docket 2022-39, request for a special use to permit a massage establishment for Anna's Sunny Day Spa at 765C West Dundee Road. Mr. Secretary.
Rongzhen Zhao Li Si is seeking special use approval pursuant to the Title 19 zoning of the Wheeling Municipal Code, Chapter 19.10, Use Regulations and Associated Sections, in order to permit a massage establishment located at 765C West Dundee Road, which is zoned MXT, Transit-Oriented Mixed Use. A special use as defined in the zoning code is a use of parcel of land that requires review and consideration before approval due to the potential for negative impacts on surrounding properties. In order to be considered for a special use, the petitioner is required to demonstrate through testimony to the Plan Commission at a public hearing that their request meets the standards of the Village Code, including but not limited to how the proposed use will not damage the enjoyment or use of the surrounding properties. Prior to the public hearing, the petitioner provides written statements meant to show that their request meets the standards for special use as established in Title 19. The Commission chairperson will typically direct that these statements be entered into the record without a full reading of them at the hearing. Based upon the testimony and supporting materials submitted, the Plan Commission will make findings in support of or against the petitioner's testimony and report those findings to the Village Board.
Thank you. Ms. Nyes, any on this?
I just wanted to explain that there's currently a massage establishment at this location, and the petitioner is going to buy that establishment after this procedure if they get the special use. So there's currently a massage establishment there. It won't stop operation or anything. It'll just change hands, if that makes sense. So in the village, business licenses are not transferable. So she has to get a new business license, and that's why they have to get a new special use.
All right, thank you. The petitioner here would like to come up.
Yeah, I'll try.
That's fine. I'll need to swear you both in.
Sure.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear the testimony you're giving tonight to be the truth?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. Is there anything you need to add to what Marcy has already said?
I'm the landlord.
Okay.
I always help them, you know. And that's the existing massage place owner. And that's her husband and her daughter. And they were with her today.
Okay.
But I'm just here to answer the questions on her because they explain me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm here, you know, just to, because their English is not that great.
Understand. Is there anything she would like to add to what Ms. Nyes has already said?
No, it's exactly what she said. It's,
Okay.
It's correct.
All right. Then we will just go to the commissioners and see if they have any questions. Commissioner Meyer.
None at this time, thank you.
Commissioner Riles.
No questions, thank you.
Commissioner Sprague.
Thank you, Chairman. No questions for me. Thanks.
Commissioner Berkey.
No questions, thank you.
Commissioner Heiken.
No questions.
And Commissioner Casper.
No questions.
And that leaves me, and there's really nothing much to be said. Do you still have to do some building out inside?
Yeah, one washroom. According to the new guidelines, there has to be two washrooms there.
Okay. So they,
So we have a room assigned, and it's in the drawings. And as soon as she is approved, then we'll do those remodelings.
Okay, very good.
For the record, could you state your name
Oh,
and
I'm
business
sorry.
address?
Yeah, Kamal Khan, 765 West Dundee Road, Unit C.
Thank you.
Sorry, I forgot to ask that. All right, last chance. Any other questions to my left, to my right? Then I would entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Is it Berkey?
Berkey?
Commissioner Meyer,
Yes.
Commissioner Berkey,
Yes.
Commissioner Casper,
Yes.
Commissioner Heiken,
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes, Commissioner Riles,
Yes.
Chairman Johnson.
Yes. Very painless.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so you'll need to then attend the village board meeting on January 16th.
16.
Okay, we'll talk before that. Okay, thank you.
And we need a motion to close this docket 2022-39.
So moved.
Second.
I can,
Commissioner Sprague is a yes, Commissioner Heiken,
Yes.
Commissioner Casper,
Yes.
Commissioner Berkey,
Yes.
Commissioner Riles,
Yes.
Commissioner Meyer,
Yes.
Chairman Johnson.
yes. All right, next up is docket 2022-45, request for a special use to permit a gaming establishment for sip and slots at 30 West Dundee Road. Mr. Secretary?
Ardit Kumar Patel, owner of Avadesh Inc., DBA Sip and Slots Cafe, Lisi, is seeking special use approval pursuant to Title 19 zoning of the Wheeling Municipal Code, Chapter 19.10, use regulations and associated sections in order to permit a gaming establishment located at 30 West Dundee Road, which is Zone B3, General Commercial and Office District. A special use is defined in the zoning code as a use of parcel of land that requires review and consideration before approval due to the potential for negative impacts on surrounding properties. In order to be considered for a special use, the petitioner is required to demonstrate through testimony to the Plan Commission at a public hearing that the request meets the standards of the village code, including but not limited to how the proposed use will not damage the enjoyment or use of surrounding properties. Prior to the public hearing, the petitioner provides written statements meant to show that the request meets the standards for special use as established in Title 19. The Commission chairperson will typically direct that these statements be entered into the record without a full reading of them at the hearing. Based upon the testimony and supporting materials submitted, the Planning Commission will make findings in support of or against the petitioner's testimony and report those findings to the village board.
Thank you. Ms. Nyes?
Thank you. I'll provide some background for this as well. So as you see in the picture, this unit was going to be Kelly's Gaming Cafe. So prior to November 2022, if you wanted to have a gaming cafe, you would either be classified as a restaurant or a tavern, because we didn't have a zoning classification for gaming cafe. And since you have to have this, the gaming cafe is tied to the liquor license, which goes through the Liquor Commission, we had to either put them as a restaurant or a tavern. A restaurant, at that time, both of those required a special use. So with our code updates in November, that got changed, and restaurants no longer require a special use. Taverns still do, and a new use category was added called gaming establishments. Those require a special use. One of the issues was that the gaming cafes, when they were considered restaurants, they had to have food and they had to be a restaurant, and they really didn't want to. So if you come in as a gaming establishment, you don't have to have food. You obviously have liquor because you're tied to the liquor license. And that's what regulates like your hours of operation and how much alcohol, or I don't know, whatever those regulations are. So Kelly's did receive a special use for a sit-down restaurant back in 2019, whereas now you wouldn't get a special use for a sit-down restaurant. You would come in for a special use for a gaming establishment, which is what the current petitioner has done. And they've changed their site plan from the plan that you saw in your packet, this was the one you saw in your packet where it had a lot of equipment at the bar. I know it's really hard to see at this scale. And after we talked a little more with the petitioner, he changed it to remove that just to be sure that there's no food. I mean, they could have food if they wanted to, but they're going to be tied to whatever, they show here. So no food. So he didn't need, the air fryer and pizza oven or whatever else was proposed. So he just wanted it to be clean. So there's just in the motion, I just have an updated date for the plan that I'll have to tell you about. And there's no seating at the bar anymore, and there's just 2 seats here that might be modified a little, made smaller, so that this walkway is clear, larger. So if anyone has any questions about the zoning, I guess I should address the 1 per shopping center. So that also was a limitation when we did the amendments in November. There could only be 1 gaming establishment per shopping center. So when you look at the northwest corner of Wolf and Dundee, it looks like Kelly's is in the same shopping center as
Tracy's.
Tracy's.
I lose track of all the names too, but yeah.
But actually, they're 2 separate parcels. Their buildings are attached, but they're 2 separate buildings on 2 separate parcels. I don't know if you can see it here. Yeah, you can see the parcel lines here. They're 2 separate parcels, 2 separate owners. So they have to be, and they're actually 2 separate shopping centers with 2 different shopping center names. So they are different. So that's not an issue for this establishment.
Did Kelly's ever open? Were they?
No, they never
operating?
opened.
They never opened? And that was in 2019?
19. They never finished out their building permit. They were, or maybe they did. They did finish out their building permit, but they never opened.
Okay. All right, as a petitioner, come on up. Raise your right hand. You swear the testimony you're giving tonight to be the truth?
Yes, sir.
State your name and business address, please.
Yeah, my name is Hardik Kumar Patel, business address 30 West Dundee Road, Billing 60090.
And you, sir?
I'm the licensed terminal operator. I work for Gold Rush. Really here for morals.
Come on up by the microphone,
You can go.
Oh,
so our audience at home can.
no problem. I'm with Gold Rush Gaming. We're the licensed terminal operator. I'm really just moral support for Hardik.
All right, thank you. So what would you like to add to what Marcy has said?
There is nothing needs to be added, as she has mentioned it. Ms. Mercy has mentioned it. Everything is truth, and this is we want to go for it. So.
All right. Well, we'll see if the commission has any questions. We'll start at the other end. Commissioner Casper.
No questions.
Commissioner Heiken.
Thank you, no questions.
Commissioner Berkey.
No questions, thank you.
Commissioner Sprague.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have no questions. Thank you.
Commissioner Riles.
Thank you, no questions.
Commissioner Meyer.
No questions, thank you.
Wow. Okay. My only concern, and maybe this is why Kelly's never opened, I mean, you're only 4 doors away from another gaming set. I think it's 4 doors. It's like 100 feet, I think. Competition's a good thing. So I hope you can succeed. Normally, I would have said this doesn't meet the one standard about being a, how's it worded? A necessary for public convenience thing, but since it was approved for that use in the past, and there is a public convenience in the fact that the village gets tax money out of it, so that is a help. So, with that said, if there are no other questions left, right?
Can I read the condition?
Oh, yes.
Well, I'm going to read On the motion, for the floor plan prepared by Thomas Gesniak Associates dated 11/25/2022, I would just like to add last revised 12/14/2022. And then there's one proposed condition: an outdoor smoking area with a receptacle shall be designed or designated prior to the issuance of a Wheeling business license. We added that because this was part of the same that Kelly's had.
And they never designated where that would be, right?
No.
I mean, to me, can you go back to the shot in the front?
Oh,
Yeah. To me, it looks like you'd have to go between Boost Mobile and, yeah, right there to make that your designated smoking area. Because the other way you're interfering with that entrance. But that's for you to work out. So, with that, any other questions? If not, I would entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Okay.
Commissioner Meyer,
Yes.
Commissioner Casper,
Yes.
Commissioner Heiken,
Yes.
Commissioner Berkey,
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes, Commissioner Riles,
Yes.
Chairman Johnson.
Yes?
okay, we will talk in the next few days, but you'll have to attend the village board meeting on January 16th, and they will make the final decision.
Okay, what time it will be?
It's at 6:30 PM
6:30?
here.
Okay. The reason I ask because I'm going out of country for 3 weeks and coming back on 15 January. So I want to make sure that I be here at that. That's the reason I asked.
Yep, 16th at 6:30.
6:30, okay.
Yep, same place.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. And good luck. All right, now we need a motion to close 2022-45.
So moved. Second.
Berkey and Heiken.
Commissioner Berkey,
Yes.
Commissioner Heiken,
Yes.
Commissioner Casper,
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes, Commissioner Riles,
Yes.
Commissioner Meyer,
Yes.
Chairman Johnson.
Yes. All right. Approval of minutes of the regular meeting of December 7th, 2022, including the finding of fact for 2022-44. Motion?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes, Commissioner Meyer,
Yes.
Commissioner Casper,
Yes.
Commissioner Heiken,
Yes.
Commissioner Berkey,
Yes.
Commissioner Riles.
Yes.
Chairman Johnson.
Yes. Other business. Start with you, Ms. Nyes. Come on.
Our
must have
next
something.
meeting is January 11th.
January 11th.
3 weeks from today.
And if anyone is curious, the village board only meets once in January, on January 16th, and once in February, due to the holidays, other holidays.
Okay.
Full of information.
That's all you got for us? No updates on anything that's going on?
I think everything's
I know Popeyes is moving along pretty quick.
the same. I mean, no new big updates. Is there a specific project someone wants to know about?
Did use Mandarin run
They,
into a snag? or-
they are, no, there's,
Oh.
I think with a lot of these projects, everybody's waiting on kitchen equipment.
Oh,
The real long backlog, or holding time for that. Building
Yeah.
materials are holding
I
everybody
think
up.
that's the problem with the barbecue place too.
Yeah. But I think that's all Use is working on. They'll actually be before you guys at the next meeting to get approval for the awnings that went in.
oh,
Yeah, those should have had appearance approval, but that'll be on the next meeting,
Are they up already?
maybe.
Okay.
Can I ask a question? The Tuscany building, is there anything going on with that by chance on Milwaukee?
That I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know.
just curious.
Nothing is currently like under permit or review or anything.
Okay.
All right, so continuing on with other business, Commissioner Meyer, anything?
Nothing, thank you.
Commissioner Riles?
Nothing, thank you.
Commissioner Sprague?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everybody. That's all I have.
Commissioner Berkey?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Likewise, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year to everyone.
Commissioner Heiken?
Same, happy and safe holiday season. Thank you.
And Commissioner Casper?
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Bah humbug.
Careful what you wish for, it's coming.
Okay, he's off.
No.
Yeah, happy holidays to everybody, and we'll see you next year. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Berkey. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We are adjourned.